Sir Edmund Hillary. Today we are learning about what Sir Ed helped achieve in Nepal. You need to write notes as this is important information and some of it will come up in your test. Sir Edmund, first of all, Ed Hillary, KG, ONZ, KBE, those are his achievements, was a New Zealand mountaineer, explorer and philanthropist. Now, a philanthropist is a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by the generous donation of money to good causes. Right, he was born on the 20th of July 1919 in Auckland, and he died on the 11th of January 2008, also in Auckland. He went to the University of Auckland and he went to Auckland Grammar School. It was his big climb to Mount Everest that really made him famous, but before Mount Everest he'd climbed almost every mountain in the world. On the 29th of May 1953, Hillary and Nepalese Sherpa mountaineer Tenzing Norgay became the first climbers confirmed to have reached the summit of Mount Everest. They were part of the 9th British expedition to Everest, led by John Hunt. So after he'd made this fantastic climb and he'd got really famous, what did he do in Nepal? It all began in the early 1960s when Sir Ed asked a Sherpa, "If there was anything I could do for the Sherpa people, what do you think that would be?" The Sherpa replied, "Our children have eyes, but they are blind and cannot see. We would like you to open their eyes by building a school in our village." So, Sir Edmund Hillary and his wife, Louise Hillary, founded the Himalayan Trust in the 1960s. Ever since then, they've inspired New Zealanders to give their time, money and support to help the people of Nepal through the Himalayan Trust. Kumjung School was built in 1961 as the first major project of the Himalayan Trust. It started off as a 2-classroom school but now caters for preschool, primary and secondary sections with over 350 students. Since then, the Himalayan Trust has built over 25 schools and assisted many more with within the Solukhumbu district. The Kundi Hospital. Kundi Hospital was established in 1966 in Kundi village just north of Namche Bazaar. It was the second major project of the Himalayan Trust and now services over 10,000 Sherpas within the Khumbu district. The Sagarmatha National Park and reforestation projects. The Trust aims to plant over 70,000 seedlings a year. Other activities include monitoring native forest growth and factors which influence it, plus promoting sustainable use of forest resources to both locals and visitors. Deforestation has always been a serious issue in Nepal, and it has a serious effect on the lives of people there. In the past, Nepal was a widely forested nation. However, now with the requirement for the extension of rural area, the developing regional interest for timber and the local residents' dependence on firewood as the essential source of energy, less than 30% of the nation's forest cover remains. Basically what that is saying is people are chopping down forest because they are expanding where they're living. They use wood from the forest to build houses and things. They also use it for warmth. So when it says it's their main source of energy, they use it for warmth, they use it to cook, they use it for anything that they need to heat something with. So when you get a whole lot of visitors to an area all at once from the 1960s, when Mount Everest got really, really famous, all of a sudden there was a whole lot more wood being taken down from the forest, and forests don't grow that fast, so it hasn't regrown in time, and there's a major issue of deforestation in Nepal. I'm not going to go through all of them, you can pause the slide and have a look at it, but this is what the Trust has achieved in Nepal. They've done fantastic things, many of schools and health clinics and things to really help people, also maintaining their Buddhist monasteries, respecting their culture, having partnerships between different countries. So make sure you've got some notes of this because it is important for what we will be doing in class and in your test.